Rauch Landmaschinen in Sinsheim has increased its product range considerably in recent years and commissioned a new production facility in the Rheinmünster Industrial Park in 2009. 5 locations were combined to focus their collective knowledge in one central manufacturing line. All parts manufactured here must pass through surface preservation systems, starting with AGTOS blasting technology. Mr. Hook, you're the person in charge of the system here. Can you tell us what kind of system it is? What you see in the background is a continuous overhead rail shop blast machine, but we also have a small rubber belt conveyor system for bulk materials. Rauch is known as a manufacturer of agricultural machinery, so the first thing that comes to mind is tractors, but what you're building here is special purpose machines. We manufacture manure distributors, sowers and snow removal equipment. We make about 13,000 to 14,000 machines a year. Our requirements for coatings are very high. Here comes a container for a manure distributor now, which is why all our parts are blasted first, then chemically cleaned and finally powder coated. Heavy duty use means that the chemicals that run through your machines are very bad for the coating. Yes, the chemicals in a manure distributor are very, very aggressive, so we have to apply a very high quality coating, which is especially important around welding seams. That's where the proper blasting of components is especially important. But we also need to clean and deburr the laser cut edges to make sure the lacquer adheres properly. The crossheads on which the components are suspended before they enter the shot blasting machine are moving the workpieces through each step of the preservation process. The suspension component must therefore be able to withstand shot blasting as well as chemical baths and powder coating. Right outside the doors to the shot blasting machine, the transport trolleys are transferred from the power and free monorail to a drag chain conveyor. The blasting chamber doors open as soon as the workpieces reach the switching threshold. The workpieces then advance into the sluice area and the doors close behind them. The entrance is 1600 mm wide and 2000 mm high, and the maximum load length is 4000 mm. This machine has been designed for a maximum unit weight of 2000 kilograms. A labyrinth with rubber gaskets and a strip brush seals off the conveyor groove to prevent abrasive from escaping from the chamber. The advanced speed is controlled by the selected program. Up to 20 programs, each with a different set of workpiece-specific values, can be selected at the control cabinet. In total, 12 shot blast turbines are positioned in a way to ensure that even complex workpieces are cleaned on all sides. Thus, 2 rows of turbines superimposed upon each other are located on both sides of the chamber. They are AGTOS high-performance turbines of type 3.6 with an output of 11 kilowatts each. Additional interchangeable replaceable plates with a thickness of 8 mm have been installed in the operating area of the turbines. The blasting angle of the turbines can easily be adjusted from the outside with the guiding sleeve. The amount of abrasive used by a specific program can be controlled by changing the opening of the abrasive control valve. To achieve a purity degree of BSA 2.5, the workpiece passage speed is between 0.8 and 1.5 meters a minute. The metal grain used for blasting is collected in a hopper and removed by a longitudinal screw conveyor. In the zone of direct impact, the screw conveyor is protected by a manganese steel plate. A bucket elevator then transports the abrasive and the impurities removed from the workpieces to the upper section of the system, where they are cleaned using a screen and a cascade wind sifter. Dust and undersized particles are extracted by the airflow of an abrasive veil. The perfectly cleaned abrasive then falls into the silo located downstream and is recycled. After the cleaning process, the workpieces are blown off automatically from both sides in the outlet sluice. Two high-pressure blowers with an output of 3,300 cubic meters of air per hour remove any adhering abrasive. After the abrasive cleaning, the crossheads move on to the cleaning chamber. This chamber is generously sized so that operators have enough space for the after-treatment from all sides. This includes removing dust from cavities and scooping parts. 20 protected linear fluorescent luminaries provide a light intensity of 600 lux. Transverse ventilation is used to remove dust from this work area. The entire floor is made of grating so that dirt and abrasive can be collected. The exit doors open at the push of a release button, and the workpieces on the overhead rail conveyor move towards the subsequent chemical treatment area. The dust created by this type of system is separated with the help of cartridge filters. 2 units of type 428 provide a volume flow rate of 2 by 20,000 cubic meters an hour. The cartridges themselves are cleaned by differential pressure-controlled jets of compressed air. The discarded dust is collected in big bags for easy disposal. The blasting plant is surrounded by sound protection panels to lower the sound level at the workplace. At 12 meters long, 6 meters wide and 5 meters high, the walls are sized to ensure that the measured sound pressure is reduced from 89 decibels to below 78 dBA. Inside the housing, all units can be serviced safely and easily from the stairs and the maintenance platforms. The production of agricultural machinery also requires a sizable number of small parts. For these, Rauch uses an AGTOS MG180 rubber belt conveyor system. Small parts, which are often laser cut, can be cleaned and deburred in bulk. The system is designed for a filling quantity of 400 kilograms per batch. The 900mm wide tumble mill can accommodate parts with a unit weight of up to 15 kilograms. The blasting process can be started as soon as the electrically driven lifting gate is closed. Duty cycles last between 3 and 12 minutes depending on the type of workpiece. After the preset dedusting time, the lifting door opens and the tumble mill is emptied by reversing the conveyor belt. Rauch Landmaschinen processes several thousand different components. Careful pre-treatment is needed to achieve optimal protection from a single layer of powder coating, especially if, as is the case here, the coating is exposed to aggressive materials and mechanical abrasion. The combination of wheel blasting technology and chemical bath provides an ideal preparation. Here at Rauch Landmaschinen, shop blasting machines made by AGTOS help us to build durable machinery that is used in 39 different countries.